Being in the world but not of the world does not mean we find the nearest cave to hide in. This is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Torah, day 3 of Vayigash. We are in Bereshit, Genesis, chapter 45, verse 1 and following, which says, "And Joseph was unable to restrain himself before all those who stood by him, and he called out, 'Have everyone go out from me.' So no one stood with him while Joseph made himself known to his brothers. And he wept aloud, and the Mitzrites in the house of Pharaoh heard it. And Joseph said to his brothers, 'I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?' But his brothers were unable to answer him, for they trembled before him. Then Joseph said to his brothers, 'Please come near me.' And when they came near, he said, 'I am your brother Joseph, whom you sold to the Mitzrites.'" We've been waiting for this conclusion, at least this part of the conclusion, for a while now. We know that it was inevitable. We know that it has to take place. There has to be this restoration, this reunion. It's easy to get all emotional here at this point and just imagine the overwhelming tears and bewilderment, and again, the emotional level that must have been incredibly high. It says that when Joseph cried out, "Ani Yosef, I am Joseph," and he wept aloud, that it was loud enough that it echoed through the royal chambers and the halls of the palaces, and everybody heard it. Some kind of cry. This must have been some incredible amount of pent-up anguish and passion that has been stored for years, looking for a place to be resolved. Joseph. Before we forget, Joseph is more than just the favored son of Yaakov. He's more than the teenage dreamer at this point. He is a man 39 years of age or older, pushing 40 very hard. And he has lived a life of great struggle. He has been in servitude. He has been humiliated from his original status as the favored son and apparent heir of the covenant family that has gone all the way back to Abraham. He grew up to be distinguished. And now he has been in years in servitude and in the dungeon. And now for about 9 years, he has been leading the greatest country known at that time on the face of the earth. The highs and the lows were incredible for him. But what I want you to key on is the fact that it is Joseph's influence that is shaping the world. Now, he's doing it through agriculture and through the food supply of the known world again. But he is highly influential. If he decrees that some radical change take place, Pharaoh has said, "Have at it, you do it. I trust you. You rule the kingdom. Only I am greater than you in this kingdom." So Joseph's influence is not only incredibly large and capable, it's vitally necessary. Let me lead you to a verse in the book of Luke, and let's do a comparison here. In Luke chapter 16, verse 8, it reads, "And the master praised the unrighteous manager because he had acted shrewdly." Now listen to Yeshua's words. This is the parable where the manager of another man's estate has learned he's about to be fired, and he sits down with the debtors to his master, and he writes off a closing bill for them that is favorable to the debtor. And he is making friends for himself with those who are debtors to his master, so that when he is expelled from his position, he may have some friends to rely on. Yeshua's summary of this parable manager's estate was, the sons of this age are more shrewd in their generation than the sons of light. When I read that, I realize that just because we are sons of light, just because we seek to walk according to Torah commands and to do things righteously, it doesn't make us shrewd. We shy away from the word shrewd or crafty or conniving or calculating. But this one was praised. Yeshua is saying he's acted with strategic wisdom. That's what we're talking about here, strategic wisdom. He's doing the best opportunity that he has available to himself and making the most of it. And he contrasts him. He is saying the sons of light do not act as shrewdly as he. That is actually a negative remark. I won't say slanderous, but it is a reproof, at least, of the sons of light, who may be resting on the laurels of being sons of light, saying, I'm righteous. What else do you want from me? If we're going to walk in righteousness, and if we're going to be strategically wise, and we're going to be significant for the kingdom, we got to think. We got to plan. We can't just sit back and wait for events to happen to us. Those that have taught and trained us in the past have shared with us that we need to stay out of darkness and stay out of corruption, because that's all that this world is. So just stay out of worldly affairs altogether and you're safe. Because we've stayed out of politics, because we have stayed out of the music industry, because we have stayed out of community affairs, saying, I'm a son of light and I just don't want to be a part of that darkness. What we have done is left these arenas to the powers of darkness. And all that opportunity for influence and for impact has been handed over to someone else. I believe Yah may be saying to us, be Joseph, who discerned that there was a world calamity. And again, he could have said, but I'm a son of Abraham and I'm in covenant with the Most High. And well, he'll feed me. But he would have let the world starve. So he saw an opportunity and he offered wisdom, and it put him in a position to have worldwide impact. Yes, he looked like a Mitzrite. He spoke as one. He dressed as one. But his Hebrew integrity enabled him to function in his role in a righteous way, and it brought about restoration with his family. It just could be that the restoration of both houses, the house of Israel and the house of Yehuda, coming to pass in our last days, maybe because we are acting shrewdly, wisely, and are involved in world affairs. At the time of this recording, it is New Year's approaching very rapidly, and I just trust that 2025 will be a year of favor to you, even though it is Gregorian. We're in exile. Let's be shrewd and be sons of light and make impact in 2025. I'll see you again tomorrow. To then, shalom.